What is up, my fellow creatives out there, and welcome to the Angelic Lion channel. Today's tutorial is going to be all about how to make a good logo. So what makes a good logo exactly? Well, for starters, the first thing that you need to do when designing a logo is you need to always be thinking. The two main things that to focus on are your clients and their audience. First, you do the very best you can to get to know your client and their business. Then you do your research on their competitors and figure out the similarities and the differences between your client and their competition. Then you think about the audience and try to get to know the audience as much as possible. You need to know the product or service that your client is offering and what their audience is expecting to get out of that product or service. So these are just some of the main things that you want to be thinking about in the very beginning of this process. Also, start sketching in this process. Your first idea isn't always going to be your best. And another thing is that typography is very important. Typography can either make or break your logo design. Fonts tend to have a personality all their own, and the personality of your font needs to match the personality of your client's business. A pro tip would be going through at least 10 to 20 different fonts before settling on one. Experiment with the size, the spacing, the weight. You can even create your own custom font if you want. Now the next thing to think about is color. When designing a logo for a client, one of the main things you'll always have to be thinking about is color. Color gives meaning to everything and can bring out certain emotions in people. The colors you pick for your client's logo should be picked strategically and based on what the business is all about. Next is you want to use white space appropriately, and what that means is you see this around here. This is what's called negative space. It can give your logo balance and act as another element in your design. And last but not least, be original. You never want to copy another designer's work. It's just plain wrong. It's okay to check out the competition for inspiration, but always do your own work and stand out on your own. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my spiral tool here, and I'm just going to click, drag it out. Alright, bring it back here, and I'm going to grab my direct selection tool and double click on these points and just delete that. And delete this last one. Alright, so you want to have something that looks somewhat like this. Now we're going to grab our selection tool. I'm going to zoom out and hold shift to size this proportionately. Make it a little bit bigger. And now I'm just going to click and drag the very bottom here. Bring it up. Alright, and this will be the top of our martini glass. Okay, now I'm going to grab my pen tool, and I'm just going to come right up here and click, then come over here, and then straight down, say it about right here. I'm going to click and drag just a little. And then I'm going to come down here, and I'm going to click and drag to about right there. Alright, I'm going to click off the pen tool. I'm going to select this, Command C, and Command V to copy and paste. Right click, transform, reflect. We want a 90-degree angle at vertical. And now we can just bring this up here. And I'm going to come in here and Grab my guides. It looks like those are on the same level. But I think I'm gonna grab my direct selection tool and bring him in just a bit. Okay, let's try this one. I'm gonna grab another guide here, so that way I know where to bring this bottom corner to. Okay, that right there. Let's bring this one in a bit too. Alright, I'm going to grab my pen tool again, come here, and just make a straight line to close that path off. And now, I'm going to grab my direct selection tool, double click on that, and just bring it in. Same thing over here. Alright, that looks pretty good. And I think I'm going to zoom in and move this maybe right there. Alright, that looks a little better. And since we kind of want to make this look like a neon sign, we got to go through and make a few incisions, which are cuts, on this glass, so that way it has more of a realistic look. So to do that, I'm going to go to the eraser tool over here, right click, and go to the scissors tool. And I'm going to come, let's say right about here, try to make a cut. Grab the direct selection tool, and we'll just delete that path there. And now I'm going to come down here and do the same thing. Grab the direct selection tool, hit delete. Now I'm going to zoom in here and use my guides. Just click on the rulers and drag it down. So that way everything is aligned and matching up correctly. Now I'm going to grab the scissors tool again, come down here, make a cut. I'm going to do the same thing here, grab the scissors tool, and we'll just get rid of that. Grab the direct selection tool to line things up a little bit more. And let's see, I'm going to bring this guy a little bit closer. There. Which means I gotta move this guy. Okay. Alright, so now I'm gonna draw the olives that go on the pick. So let's grab our ellipse tool for that. Hit shift to make a perfect circle and just click and drag out. Alright, now I'm going to make another one. Alright, now I'm going to do the same thing. Another one there. And I'm going to zoom in on this. And I'm going to make some cuts here on the olive. Grab the scissors tool. And got rid of that. And now let's get rid of this here. Okay. And I'm going to select all of that there. Hit Command C and Command V to copy and paste. And we're going to drag it directly above that first one. Up a little. Right. Alright, now let's drive the pick that goes through the olives. Drag that back. Right. Okay. I'm going to drag this more this way here. And select these guys here. Move them around till everything looks right. Grab the direct selection tool here. See if I can. Alright, now I'm gonna grab the direct selection tool again and I think bring these guys just a little bit closer together. Alright. I'm gonna select this top half of the glass here, maybe move it up. And the reason why I'm doing that is because I want the words to sort of cut through this middle part of the glass here. Sort of look like the words are breaking it up. Now I want to select the whole glass here. And I want to hit round cap and round join. And I'm going to select it again here and bring the weight. I'm going to bring the weight up to 4 points. And maybe that's a little too much. About 2. Yeah, I'd say that's pretty good there. Now I'm going to lock this layer, create a new one. I'm just going to name it here. Now I will grab my text tool and I'm going to click to drag out to make a box here. Delete that. Come over here to properties and center it. And I'm going to just type in the social. I'm going to come over here, bring that up with my arrow key. And we're just going to keep bringing it. Click off that. I'm going to bring it down here. Alright, and then I'm going to highlight this, space it out a little bit with that. Alright, now I'm going to right click, go to transform and go to shear. Hit preview, and I'm just going to I would say that 39-degree angle looks pretty good there, so I'm going to hit OK. Drag this to about right there. Right, I'm going to hit X to switch over to the stroke. Give it a black stroke, and hit X again. Click on none if you don't want to fill. And that looks pretty good there. Now I'm going to go type, create outlines, and now Illustrator recognizes that as a shape and not text. And I think I'm going to lock that layer. Come here, make a new one. And we're going to put the tagline on this layer. Alright, grab my text tool again. Click and drag a box. I'm going to bring this down to, let's say 14 points. Okay. I'm going to type in modern matchmaking. And I'm going to go to type, font, Arial black. And I'm going to bring this down here. That way I see how much room I need. I'm going to zoom in. Unlock the glass layer and click on this bottom half and bring it down just a bit. So that way I have more space for the tagline here. Okay, looks pretty good. And I'm going to do the same thing. Right click, transform, and shear, and give it that same 39-degree angle. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my text tool here, highlight this, and I'm going to hit Alt or Option and my right arrow key. That's going to drag these letters out just a bit here. On out here. I actually need to bring this box over to the left. Okay, grab my text tool again, highlight it, and I'm going to leave it at about there. And I think that looks pretty good there. And now I'm actually going to shut off my modern matchmaking layer because we sort of want this to look like a realistic neon sign. We need to make some cuts in these letters here so that way it just has a more realistic look. And if you watched my last tutorial, which I will post a link to that one in the description down below, this is one of the steps that we had to take in making our neon text. So again, I'm going to grab my scissors tool here, unlock that layer. I'm going to come in here, make a cut there. And maybe one down at the bottom here too. Same thing here. Alright, and I'm going to get rid of that there. And get rid of that. Now I'm going to come here, I think. Alright, now I'm going to do the same thing, I think, right about here. This S. I'm just going to keep going here to the top of this circle. Direct selection tool, delete that. Here and delete this. Same thing. Oops. right? Go over here. And you can pretty much go through and make incisions on your letters wherever you want to. This is just the way I'm doing it here. I'm just kind of making random choices as I go along. Yeah. Then I'll do the top of this guy here and the bottom. Okay. So now our title should look something like this. I'm going to select that, and I'm going to come over here and do the same thing, round cap and round join. That sort of rounds our corners off a little bit there. And now I'm going to turn this back on, and you should have something that looks something like this here. And now I'm not going to go through on how to do the whole neon effect. I did that in my last tutorial, so if you want to give this image that we just made here a neon effect, go and watch my last tutorial and follow all the steps on it, and you will get something that should look something like this. Well, that is it for today. Thank you so much for tuning into this video. Feel free to let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Once again, thank you, and remember to create something awesome today.